Hi everyone, welcome back. I know it's been a while since I made a video, a few things going on and stuff, and but I thought to give you a quick update on the Walstad tank. What happened was I was making videos, wasn't I, on it, and I was making updates and stuff, and I got to the point where we got an algae outbreak, and I dealt with that. I was watching the plants and I was thinking the plants aren't growing very well, and I was running the lights really low and stuff like that, and I thought, you know what, if the plants aren't growing, the algae's going to consume all the nutrients in the water. So what I done was I cranked the lights right up, not to 100%. I think I cranked them from like 30 maybe to 60 on the Fluval 3.0s, and the plants exploded, algae all disappeared, and that was about April time, I think. And then about May, the end of May maybe, we got that heat wave, didn't we, in the UK? It went really hot, and what I found is everything started growing. And I talked in the video of how the tank had matured and evolved. Remember, I had loads of floating plants here, loads of salvinia, covered it, and I was throwing like a carrier bag full a week out. I was literally clearing about 3/4 out and binning it, which I was worrying about the imbalance of light on the plants and stuff, but didn't seem to have too much of a problem. But as I say, like the likes of, I did say all the nutrition in the Walstad's in the substrate, and then what I was hoping is the stems would like grow and absorb all the extra nutrients as it was establishing, as well as the floating plants. And then I wanted like the Amazon sword to get going, and obviously the Warts, and then I had loads of crypts around here. But what I found is, as I say, we had that heat wave, and what I found is about that time, I haven't decided what I'm assuming it was yet, but like the crypts, they all melted away, and the sarge, the dwarf sarge was growing, and it stopped growing, and the Amazon sword kind of hadn't kicked in. And then what I found, we've got to put scuds in, didn't I? Freshwater amphipods. I don't know whether I can get any on video footage of it, but there's usually loads around here. You'll see them moving in the substrate. There you go. If you look in the centre of the screen, you should be able to see one there. But there was tons of them everywhere. They're all on the filters, as you can see. And then they absolutely exploded, and I just thought, they seem to, like, with the retollerant on the foliar, they seem to strip all the leaves. There was like loads of leaves above it, and but as I say, I was expecting the stem plants to, as the nutrients in the water column like dropped off, I was expecting the stem plants to start struggling a bit, and I say they did, but I've given it all a clean up and a trim. And I'm not sure what to do with this tank moving forward yet. I'm thinking of maybe rescaping it and just blank slate starting again and putting a nicer aquascape in here, maybe some CO2. I went and had a look at a few CO2 systems in the shop yesterday or the day before. But yeah, I'm curious because, like, I don't want to quit because I've learned, I'm learning stuff, but then, like, why did I was expecting the stems to start struggling, but what I've done big water change and started dosing fertiliser. I'm doing 50% water change on it now, and then I'm thinking, do I just crack on with kind of a Dustin's fish tank style aquarium with CO2, highlights, dirted substrate? Obviously it wouldn't be a Walstad anymore because it'd be getting loads of large water changes, fertilisers, and it'd just be run kind of like as a high energy system, but with soil instead of, and obviously this is a high cation exchange substrate, so it'll absorb the nutrients and make them available for the root. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do with it yet. If you've got any opinions or ideas, I'd be interested. But as I say, like, I wanted these Amazon swords to get going, and they just seem to have struggled, and they look like they've been stripped by the scuds. And I'll tell you one thing I've learned is I'm going to put scuds in another tank, but maybe I set up another tank and the same things happen without scuds, and then that makes you start scratching your head, doesn't it? But I lost the what was it, Alternatharia Renickii. I lost that just wasn't doing very well, and it just kind of faded away. I think it's a plant that needs CO2, but Diana Walstad says in the books that the dirt substrate provides CO2 into the water column as it's decomposing. But I'd say I love it because like in my theory, I know people bang on it's cheap and stuff, but me, I like the idea. Like I've said before, I've studied, like I've read about it, and I think, you know, there's stuff in there. It's like there's molds and funguses and stuff that break things down and present it to the roots, and they have like a symbiotic relationship with the root, like mycorrhizas and stuff, which, you know, help process things and break them down and feed them to the roots of plants. And yeah, that's you know, I feel like if nature's gonna do it, nature's gonna do it best, on, isn't it? You know, like CO2, when people inject CO2, like we can dose Flourish XL, and even CChem say it's about 60-70% efficient compared to direct dosing carbon as CO2 into the water. So yeah, like if you can get an extra 30% from doing something naturally, like having CO2 naturally in the water rather than dosing carbon, you know, as far as I'm concerned, that's 30% maybe extra growth, or, you know, have an exponential effect. But anyway, just a quick video, guys. What was I going to say? I've set up a few tanks, like in my fish shed thing. And if you want me to, I'll do a run through of all that. But anyway, take care, guys. See you soon.